Well, look at it snowing. We are back with Graybeard Gaming and Farming Simulator 22 Vintage Poorboy Survival on Elmcreek. We are midday in January and we really don't have anything else to do. We've finished selling off our silage. We have about 54,000 available. I was just looking in here at the used vehicle shop. There's nothing that we need or really want. So I say let's go ahead and go to sleep. See what it looks like in February. Excuse me. So yeah, let's go ahead, sleep, and we will see how the weather looks next month. Really, we don't have a whole lot to do until March. March is when we can actually plant our potatoes. We haven't bought a planter yet for it, but it is definitely on my mind. Ugh, it looks cold though, and I still have to cultivate that field over there, so I'm not in the mood to go out in the snow unless there's a reason. So let's go look at the shop, see if there's anything for sale. A bus. We are not doing guided tours of our farm, so let's pass on that. All right, so it looks cold. Definitely looks cold. I don't think that there's any current jobs out there to be worrying about. I mean, yeah, we could cultivate or we could plow, but I'm not gonna. I only got one tractor with a cab, and let's be realistic. So just looking over here at these, and field 36 and 37. You know, I wonder if I were to sow those two fields. Let's see how big they are. So fields 36 and 37. If I gotta find them first. 36 and 37. If we were to sow those fields, what are we planting in them? I mean, they're not terribly large. And I've actually been thinking about buying a better planter, so we could actually use our current planter with one tractor and the other tractor could use a different one. But I want to see what's going in those fields. Cotton. Well, ain't that a pisser? I don't have an actual planter that can plant cotton. So let's scrap that idea. Let's go to sleep. Yeah. Get ourselves a little bit of a brown bottle nap. I know it's only 9 o'clock in the morning, but we've earned it. So let's go ahead. We're going to sleep till 9 o'clock. Wake up in March. See what we got here. We're just burning money too, because we're not actually making anything doing this this way. We're actually spending about 12 grand doing nothing, bringing money in, but that's all right. We're down to 41,000, so we have spent a fair chunk of money. But look, it looks pretty nice out there. So let's go ahead. We're gonna get out of here, close the door. We're not gonna let all the bugs in. All right, so there's quite a few cultivating jobs available. Sugar beets, oats, potatoes. That's got to be a big field. Sunflowers. I mean, there's lots of sowing orders. I wonder, do I have this turned on? Alright, I'm gonna try and make it a little more realistic. I want these guys to actually start taking care of their own fields. I will be taking these fertilizing jobs though. I don't know about 32. 32 is probably pretty big. It is, but our fertilizer spreader actually does a pretty solid job. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take those 3. All right, we're going to accept that one. We're going to accept that one, and we're going to accept that one. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use Alice Chalmers for those, because we're going to hire someone, I think. So yeah, why should, oops. Kind of messed that up, but that's all right. We got ourselves out. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and get ourselves situated here, and maybe I will, maybe I won't, who knows. But we are going to slow down the clock a little bit. We had that going just for that month where we knew we didn't have a whole lot going on. All right, so let's see here. We're going to go ahead and stock back up on this lower grade fertilizer, and we will use it to get these fields all done up. So we got 58 and 62. We're going to head over there. We're going to do those 2 first. Now I've been thinking, what field do I want to buy? I really want to get this one right behind us here. That's the field I want. It's planted with wheat, and this is the one I do want to get my hands on. So that'll probably be the one that I go after. Yeah, so let's go ahead. We're going to set our destination right there, and let's go ahead. We got some work to do on our own place here. We got to get this thing cultivated and ready to be planted, and get the taters in the ground so we can have some fish and chips. Actually, I just want some oven fries. I won't buy. A little sour cream, maybe some melted sharp cheddar and bacon on there. Oh, that sounds delicious. All right, well, let's go ahead. We're going to get this guy unfolded, and we are going to drop it down. Drop it like we stole it. And let's get this all situated. I will probably hire someone to plant the potatoes. I don't particularly enjoy planting something that's got a 2-meter width. I already have a hard enough time using that drill of ours, which I do plan on replacing, because it's just not what I want for long-term use. It works for now because we don't have large fields, but if I find where I can pick up some contracts and it's worthwhile for us to replace it, we're replacing it. I don't think it's worth holding on to just to, save a few bucks. We will see, because like I said in the past, there are so many pieces of equipment that we actually have to have, that we don't have, that we can't be spending money yet on upgrades when we still need to get our starter equipment. And I'm a little crazy. I have that itch to get another tractor. While these ones are fine, everything, we're gonna go ahead and hire someone while we go and get this guy set up on our fields down here. Who knows, maybe we'll even just do these ourselves. But I wanted to do these first, then we'll swing back by our farm, pick up some more fertilizer, and see if I need to buy another bag for that other field. But it pays really, really well. And that was kind of the draw for that, is to purchase that field. Or I'm sorry, to do that field in order for us to, not just make a little extra money, but I am still looking for discounts on land. And I really do want to buy a new field this year before we actually jump into fields getting harvested. I'd like to really have my chance at getting a hold of one of these fields so that I have an extra field for harvesting. We get a little bit of extra money, because that's going to go a long ways long term to helping us wipe out this $200,000 in debt. And I believe my total debt to pay it all off was about $215,000 over the course of this entire loan. So yeah, we'll do our best to get that paid off. Looks like that field's already finished. So yeah, there's that one. Now we got to come over here. We got this big Bertha here. Let's see if we can't get this one fertilized quickly and efficiently and affordably, and then head on over to our farm, refill our hopper here as much as possible, and get back on the fertilizing trail, because I do want to make that happen this year. I don't have to make it happen right now, but I do have to probably by May, if I'm going to buy a field, depending on what's planted in it. I want to be able to know which field I'm working towards, and I want to get past the seeding of the fields really before I make that decision, because if I have to buy special equipment, it's not worth it. Like, I'm not going to buy a cotton harvester. Maybe I would do the sugar beets, but I don't see any reason in doing some of the. I don't see any reason to do cotton. To me, it's too expensive. I was looking, I couldn't find a mod. Maybe there's one out there that I don't know of, and I haven't found it yet. But I could not find like an old school style harvesting method for cotton, which to me is really unfortunate. I mean, they have it for everything else. I just wish that there was something that would allow for small scale, like what we're doing. That would be fantastic. Love to be able to get into cotton if we could do it on a smaller scale. But yeah, I'm just knocking these out really quickly because they don't take a whole lot of work to get our fertilizing done. It's quick money. I like quick money, quick and easy. And we will just go ahead and head over here. Just like that, we are almost done with this. It was about the quickest I think I've ever been able to run a field. I will All right. Had a little bit of a delay. Somebody stopped at the door, so I had to answer it really quick. Just the UPS guy. And I think we are just about there. And look at that, we are done with this field. Alright, well, what we're going to do is we're going to head on back to the farm, fill back up as much as possible, and get that last field fertilized. But we are going to do that by hiring a guy. Not sure why this one didn't keep going, but I think it might have something to do with the fact that I created this field a little bit larger than it was originally. So let's go ahead and get this field done up. I know you're supposed to lift them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But because I wanted to have more room to turn around, is because of that. I just went around the end. But it looks like I'm going to need just a bit more to have just a bit more for turnaround room. So let's go ahead and get that done up, and then we're going to finish off this cultivating. Then we're going to head down. We're going to buy ourselves a planter. But yeah, back to cotton. If you guys know of any sort of cotton harvesting equipment that can be small scale, I would love to get my hands on some. I think it would be way more fun to incorporate something like cotton if it was affordable for the small scale guy. It's just one of those things that I've always thought, you know, it'd be great to have something and so yeah, I'm just gonna go swipe down through here. Looks like we got about maybe just two more, probably three, probably one on my left and then two on my right. I probably have 2 and 2, let's be honest. I don't use the GPS. Oh, look at that. I actually did that pretty good. This field's looking pretty smart. And what I think I'll do is we'll get started on the planting of the potatoes and see how that's going before we probably go ahead and finish it off camera, because it's going to take a while. And I mean, me going back and forth on that field for an hour just doesn't sound like fun for me, and especially for you. So we will, oh, look at that, we are already done with this field. It's amazing that that took just a tiny amount of time. I do want to get a shed on this property somewhere, mostly because I don't like having equipment sit outside, even if it's, you know, primarily cylinder based, such as the cultivators, the plows, the rake and the tatter. You know, just leaving it sit outside. I know I have my grain wagon sitting out. I'm actually going to put that away right now. I'm gonna just pull it into the barn, and then my forage wagon's also sitting out. So I do want to get some of this stuff put away. So yeah, let's head down to the shop and pick up our new planter. So, oh, we got a sprayer there and another wagon. This wagon actually 8,000. That is substantially larger capacity than what ours does. I'm not saying I'd get rid of ours, but for 13,000 we'd have 25.5 meters. That is fantastic. I've got to think that through. Even at no increase, I mean, there is the option for the cover, which we would keep. Not the end of the world. I don't know if we can. Well, I don't know if I want to pay money to change that. Yeah, because it only changes a little bit. We're going to have to keep that in the back of our heads because that's not a bad idea. So yeah, definitely going to think about that because we do have a little bit of cash. I know I've said in the past that there's certain things I'd want to do, but upgrading our farm in that way makes a lot of sense. So let's go ahead, let's get in and let's get into potato technology and find what we're looking for. And some of these would have been nice, but I just don't see the point of spending $46,000 to plant potatoes. We're not large enough scale. Even this sower is not bad, but I do not feel like it is representative of our desire to be vintage. So yeah, let's go ahead and skip those. I believe the one we were going to get was this one right here. So yeah. Do you like the gray? I don't like the gray. I don't care for the green and yellow. I do like the red yellow. It's going to clash fabulously with my tractors. So, oh, it's more money. All right, well, we're going with gray. The heck with it. So, all right, let's go ahead and we will buy this. It's only got a 200 liter capacity, so I have a feeling we're going to be filling this bad boy up a lot. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves hooked up. And I'll hire a guy to bring it back to the farm while I switch over to the other tractor and get ourselves set, because we have to get that one loaded back up with more fertilizer and over to that field to fertilize it. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll just send this guy over to here. All right. And let's go ahead and back up to our fertilizer. We gotta load this bin back up. I don't think I have enough to fill it back all the way, but I might have enough to make sure we can fertilize this field with ease. And while we are doing that, let's go ahead and finish off those two contracts we've completed. And look at that, we're back up almost $46,000. Now, field 32 is a big honking field, and we're just gonna drive through the fire department. Hope there's no emergencies, but you know, we do have an emergency. We have money to make, and that constitutes an emergency for us. All right. So let's go ahead and figure out where I left the seeds. I believe our seeds are right there. All right. Okay, I just did not know if I had to turn it on or off. It does look like I have to actually turn it on once I drop it down. So let's go ahead and we're just going to do a hedgerow here, maybe 2 back and forth. And definitely excited to be putting an actual harvestable crop in the ground. I mean, I'm not sure why it's missing. There we go. And look at that. We are planting potatoes. I'm going to go up through the center there. It looks like I missed one hill. It's hard to believe that this thing has air brakes. There we go. Get this one row planted. And once that's done, we're going to head down to the other end of the field. We're going to use a lot of seed potatoes. Already seeing that we are going to use a lot of seed potatoes, which is fine. We have, I think, 1,500 liters of seeds. We will go through as much as we have to. So tell me, do you guys like to do potatoes or anything like potatoes or cotton, sugar beets, any of that stuff? I'm always curious as to what everyone else enjoys farming. It's always intriguing to me. I can honestly say I've never really pursued potatoes. I have done beets, sugar beets in the past, and those were fun, but I found that they just made too much money. And I do have that same concern with potatoes, but at some point we've got to try to make some money. We can't just purposely, not make money just so that we can stay broke all the time. So yeah, what are you guys thinking? I think I now have enough space to turn around safely. The only reason I'm not turning around yet and going the other direction is I've got to I'm going to have to refill. So I'm just going to do one more swipe on this hedgerow and headland here. And then we're going to go and refill. So look at just how quickly it eats through those seed potatoes. I mean, we're doing one swipe and we're going to use, you know, almost, actually we did. We used a full 23 liters just on that one head row. That's amazing. That's a lot. I'm going to go through probably close to 2,000 liters on seeds. So, all right. At least it fills up quickly. It empties just as quick, but at least it fills quickly. Yeah, it's kind of different for me, so I definitely enjoy that. And let's hire a guy and have them finish planting this field. Let's go check out our... Oh, that is the ugliest job I think I've ever seen done. We'll survive, but it's still really ugly. All right, well, you guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and finish these off camera. You guys have an idea of what we've got going on here. That's always fun. And so until next time, I want to say thank you for watching. Any likes, shares, comments, or subscriptions that I get, I greatly appreciate. You guys have a great and safe day, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.